Red Bull gives you wings. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jeff the Pharmacist. I wanted to talk about the most popular energy drink in the entire world, and that is Red Bull. So, I want to talk about what makes Red Bull tick. Is it special? Is there anything unique about Red Bull, or is it just a sugary, bubbly water filled with caffeine, just like all the other soda pops and whatnot? So if you look at a Red Bull, the first thing you see is bulls. So there's a chemical in here that's named after bulls, and that is taurine. So taurine is named after the bull. It's Latin for bulls is taurus, and taurine is called taurine because it was synthesized from the bile of a bull. So taurine is abundant in your body. It's the most prominent intracellular amino acid in the body, and it's used all over the body. It's used in your cardiovascular system. It's used in your nervous system. It's used in your retina. So it's used everywhere. Really, I don't think it's that special, but Red Bull has been extremely successful in promoting the taurine, vitamin B, and caffeine combination, and it's been so successful that there's been hundreds of energy drinks. It helped spawn 5 Hour Energy, and it helped spawn Monster Energy and NOS and Rockstar and all of these multi-million-dollar brands. So taurine is just an amino acid. Your liver produces it. Your liver produces enough of it for you to go throughout your day and never even notice that you needed taurine. Now, one kind of interesting thing that's pointed out in the literature about taurine is that it gets into your brain. So taurine is used by your brain, and it has a natural way to uptake taurine from the body. So if you do drink taurine, it's unlikely that the amount of taurine in your brain would increase, but there's something called the blood-brain barrier. So what the blood-brain barrier is, it's a special membrane encasing your brain that protects your brain from toxic chemicals in your bloodstream, from things. So if you take a drug and it makes you have some kind of a psychological feeling. So let's say you have Sudafed, it makes you feel funky. Actually, that's the Sudafed crossing through your blood-brain barrier and causing a psychological effect. Now, studies with taurine show that there is little difference or no difference to taking taurine and caffeine together. And actually, one study showed that the caffeine and taurine combination actually had less of an athletic and less of a psychological performance effect. So taurine is very lauded. I don't think that it really does very much for your performance, for your mental and for your physical performance. So the second ingredient that I want to talk about is caffeine. Now, caffeine is the most popular psychoactive drug on the planet. I had caffeine today. You probably had caffeine today. It's an amazing drug. It's a great stimulant. It's not even 100% understood exactly how it acts everywhere in the body. It's such, it comes from coffee beans or tea leaves. It's a plant alkaloid, and it's an amazing drug. So it acts on the brain by blocking adenosine receptors, and those adenosine receptors, when they're activated in your brain, it causes drowsiness. So caffeine will block that and help you not feel as drowsy. It also strengthens muscle contraction. It can increase the release of epinephrine. It's a mild bronchodilator. People a long time ago used to use caffeine to treat asthma symptoms. A very close relative of caffeine is actually a prescription drug. It's called theophylline, and that helps asthma sufferers as well. It's not very popular. most people recognize albuterol or steroid inhalers are the mainstay of asthma treatment, but theophylline is still used, especially in little babies. So the next thing that is kind of promoted as a source of energy is vitamin B. So there's a lot of different vitamin Bs in Red Bull. So the first vitamin B is vitamin B3, and that's niacinamide. So niacinamide is different from niacin. So niacin has all of these side effects in high doses. You can get flushing, but it also helps with reduced cholesterol. Niacinamide does not have those side effects, but it is a good source of vitamin B3, and it is used to treat vitamin B3 deficiencies. So vitamins are called vitamins because you need them. So you actually do need an external source of vitamins in your diet. So you do need B3. So this is a source of B3. So vitamin B3 is an important component for gluconeogenesis, which is the production of glucose from the liver, fat metabolism, and tissue respiration. So vitamin B3 is extremely important. So you definitely need niacinamide in your diet. Vitamin B5 is the next vitamin B, and that is used to create coenzyme A. So coenzyme A is very important because it's used in the Krebs cycle, and without the Krebs cycle, we would all expire. So it's extremely important. You definitely need it in your diet, and it's used in the metabolism of fatty acids, cholesterol, and acetylcholine. So the next vitamin B is vitamin B6, pyridoxine. So vitamin B6 is something that people sometimes become deficient in, and it can cause an anemia, and actually it's related to a certain type of seizure. So it's very important that people get vitamin B6 or pyridoxine in the diet, and it's important for metabolism of carbs, fat, and protein. So the next vitamin B is vitamin B12 or cyanocobalamin, and a deficiency in cyanocobalamin would cause a megaloblastic anemia or a pernicious anemia, and one of the prime symptoms of that would be an extreme sluggish and tiredness, and the solution to that is actually an injection of vitamin B12, and it's actually pretty common for people to be deficient in this. So some people's bodies cannot get it from the diet. So Red Bull wouldn't necessarily help all of these people because they actually do need an intramuscular injection. So Red Bull has 39 grams of sugar in it, and that comes as sucrose. Sucrose is table sugar. It's that white table sugar. Glucose is actually the body's most preferred form of energy. So if you drink a Red Bull, the glucose in the Red Bull is going to enter your bloodstream extremely quickly. Your pancreas is going to release insulin to help absorb that glucose as energy. And glucose is the go-to energy source for the body. Every other energy source requires the body to work harder to either turn it into glucose, or fatty acids are actually used as keto bodies. Along with sucrose and glucose, there's also citric acid, magnesium carbonate, which help kind of regulate the acidity, and sodium bicarbonate, which help make the drink fizzy and bubbly and give it that nice carbonated flavor. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video about Red Bull. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys so much.